Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. In our last video, we learned about how to write a powerful visual block of code using function. But once you start using the function, you run into a very common question. If create a variable inside the function, can I use it outside it? I create a variable outside, can I use inside? The answer lies in understanding a scope define the region of the code where a variable is accessible. Think of it like a set of wall. Some variables are kept inside a room that is called local, and some are outside and can be seen by everyone. That is called global. So let's try to present our VS Code and find the global variable. So now we are on the VS Code. So let's talk about the first of all global variable. A variable created outside of any function is called global scope. It can be accessed and used by any part of the code including the function. So first of all we are writing definition of variable created outside
Last place
function
last for their
is
world file
global scope.
darker and streaming almost
It can be accessed and used. It can be accessed and used by any part of the code including the function. Now let's create a program to explain global scope. So first of all we creating the global variable is equal to hello I am global and I exist anywhere. So now we are creating the function that is called show message, and we are creating we can access the global message inside the function. We can access the global message inside the function. So we using print statement and access the global variable, and now we are calling the function that is show message, and here we are access the message through function, and now we are using the print statement and access the global variable access the message through outside the function. So let's try to run this code and you can check. Basically here we are declaring the first global variable that is called hello. I am global and I exist anywhere. Sorry, I mistake here in the meaning exist anywhere. So first of all we are using the def keyword and creating the function that is called show message and using the parenthesis followed by the colon and print using the print statement we are access the global variable and now it's I am calling the function that is called show function and we are using the print function that is access through the global variable through outside the function. So let's run this program and see what happened. So you can check here we have got two statement here. First hello I am global and I exist anywhere and same thing as usual through the print message. If I comment out of this line there and again I run this program, so it could be print only one time. So if I access through outside the function, it can be possible through the outside. So let's create some another that is called local scope. So now for the tricking part, local scope. A variable created inside the function is a local variable. It exists only within that function and cannot be accessed from outside of the function. So let's create some example of this program. So first of all we defining the function. First we comment out of this person, so that's why it's clear and create local variable function. So here this is local variable it is created and destroyed when the function finished. So now local variable is called, suppose my name is become local variable, and now if I print using the print statement we are accessing the local variable. Now is work file inside the function. So here is calling the function, and now create a local variable calling here, and let's with this we are trying to access through the outside of the function, that is local. You can see here we define the local variable as usual, same name as with this, and they got error message because of VS Code showing the error on that time the written. So if I try to run this program, I can simply check here Rishikesh got printed because the here is local variable declared through the name Rishikesh. If I try to uncomment of this line and we go through this, and if I run this program, this called name error is got printed. Name, that is local variable, is not defined here because of the local variable defined inside the function, so that's why we can't access through the outside of the function. So Python will throw a name error, it's calling you. This is the because local name scope is the strictly local to the function where it was created. So now I comment out of all of this line and move to the next part, that is the two-way street. So this is the key takeaway. Global variable are accessible inside a function, but local variable are not accessible outside the function. Let's see an example of what happened when we try to change a global variable inside a function. Suppose we are creating value of x is equal to 10. Using the def function, modify the value here, and now we are defining the new value of x inside the function is 5, and basically this created a new local variable, also name x. Let's using the print function, we are printing the f of inside the function value of x is equal to x, and we are calling the function modify value, and now we are printing the outside of the value, outside of the function is x here. Basically, this line is go through the global variable, and this line it go through the inside variable, that is local variable. So that's why whenever I run this program, first of all we got the value of inside the function value of x is equal to 5, because it is defined into the inside the function, and this one is defined outside of the function. So let's try to run this program, and you check here, we are getting the value of inside the function value of x is equal to 5. That is the first value, first is the local variable, and second one is the outside of the function value of x is equal to 10. So that's why this print statement go through the global variables and access the value of x is equal to 10. So now let's move to the another part, that is the global keyword. If you must modify a global variable from inside a function, you can explicitly tell Python your intention using the global keyword. Use this sparingly. It can make your code harder to follow. Suppose you want to change the variable forcefully inside the function, and now inside the function you can access the value from outside with the changes of inside the function. So we are creating first of all variable y is equal to 10, and we are using def keyword and modify value forcefully, and we are using the global here because of this keyword, and global basically global makes the y is the global. So here just this line tell to Python I want to change the global variable named y. So now we are changing the variable y is equal to 25 inside the function, and now using the print function we are printing the data inside the function value of y is equal to y, and we are calling the function here. So modify the value, and now we are also accessing the value which is modified by the global keyword, and printing the outside value of the y is equal to First of all, here and just click on the run button, and use check here. We got the inside the function value of x is equal to 25, which is I declared before first, and now we are calling the function here, and function goes to the inside the function, and inside the function they print the value of x, and now here is creating the another print statement outside the value of x. So they this line go to the global line, and global line is make y is equal to 25, so that's why we got the 25 printed here. So thank you for this, and you can try to the many times and keep practicing. So thank you so much everyone.